The 1871 rugby union match between Scotland and England was a single international played between the Scotland and England National Rugby Union teams on the 27th of March 1871. This was the world's very first international rugby union match, and was played at Raeburn Place, Edinburgh in front of 4,000 spectators. The match was won by Scotland, who scored 2 tries and a goal to England's single try. The match resulted from a challenge issued in the Sporting Weekly Bell's Weekly on the 8th of December 1870 and signed by the captains of 5 Scottish clubs, inviting any team selected from the whole of England to a 20-a-side game to be played under the rugby rules. The game was played at Raeburn Place, Edinburgh, the home ground of Edinburgh Academicals, on the 27th of March 1871. The English team wore all white with a red rose on the shirts, and the Scots brown shirts with a thistle and white cricket flannels. 3 international matches played according to association football rules had already taken place at the Oval, London, in 1870 and 1871. The team representing England was captained by Frederick Stokes of Blackheath. That representing Scotland was led by Francis Moncrieff. The umpires were Helly Hutchinson Armand, headmaster of Loretto College in Scotland, and A. Ward from England. The game, played over 2 halves, each of 50 minutes, was won by Scotland, who scored a goal with a successful conversion kick after grounding the ball over the goal line. Both sides achieved a further try each, but failed to convert them to goals as the kicks were missed. Angus Buchanan was the first man to score a try in international rugby, in a return match at the Kennington Oval, London, in 1872. England were the winners. Results. Scoring system. The matches for this season were decided on goals scored. A goal was awarded for a successful conversion after a try, for a dropped goal or for a goal from mark. If a game was drawn, any unconverted tries were tallied to give a winner. If there was still no clear winner, the match was declared a draw. The match. Scotland vs England match summary. On the 28th of March 1871, a report was carried on page 5 of the Glasgow Herald with the title Football Match, England v Scotland. This great football match was played yesterday, on the Academy Cricket Ground, Edinburgh, with a result most gratifying for Scotland. The weather was fine, and there was a very large turnout of spectators. The competitors were dressed in appropriate costume, the English wearing a white jersey ornamented by a red rose, and the Scotch brown jersey, with a thistle. Although the good wishes of the spectators went with the Scotch team, yet it was considered that the chances were poor. The difference between the two teams was very marked, the English being of a much heavier and stronger build compared to their opponents. The game commenced shortly after 3 o'clock, the Scotch getting the kick-off, and for some time neither side had any advantage. The Scotch, however, succeeded in driving the ball close to the English goal, and, pushing splendidly forward, eventually put it into their opponents' quarters, who, however, prevented any harm accruing by smartly touching down. This result warmed the Englishmen up to the work, and in spite of tremendous opposition they got near the Scotch goal, and kicked the ball past it, but it was cleverly touched down. They got no advantage. This finished the first 50 minutes, and the teams changed sides. For a considerable time after the change, the ball was sent from side to side, and the backs got more work to do. By some lucky runs, however, the Scotch got onto the borders of the English land, and tried to force the ball past the goal. The English strenuously opposed this attempt, and for a time the struggle was terrible, ending in the Scotch touching down in their opponent's ground and becoming entitled to a try. This result was received with cheers, which were more heartily renewed when Cross, to whom the kick-off was entrusted, made a beautiful goal. This defeat only stirred up the English to fresh efforts, and driving the ball across the field, they managed also to secure a try. But unfortunately the man who got the kick-off did not allow sufficient windage, and the ball fell short. After this the Scotch became more cautious, and playing well together secured after several attempts a second try. But good luck did not attend the kick-off, and the goal was lost. Time being then declared up, the game ceased, the Scotch winning by a goal and their try.